to know. Oh yeah, we need to show. Listen, watch and flow. You need to know.
I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. You need to know, you need to know, you need to know. We all need to know what. "23 says, man of God, well, you have been talking that the Bible does not contradict each other. So what do you have to say about this? At times, some of those people that are saying such things that they just want to say something, they just want to look for something to say that Bible is corrupt, Bible is contradicting each other. So he was talking that there is a place that Bible says the father of Joseph is Jacob, another place the father of Joseph is Haley. So it's just very simple. That place is very, very simple. But for the benefit of my audience, let me also do some hermeneutical interpretation, the exegesis to those two Bible verses. Matthew chapter 1 verse 16 and the book of Luke chapter 3 verse 23. So here is a clear hermeneutical explanation of seems to contradict each other between the book of Matthew 1:16 and the book of Luke chapter 3 verse 23 regarding the lineage of our Lord Jesus Christ. So let's read the verses for us to be able to understand. Matthew 1:16 says, Jacob begat Joseph. Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. That is, Matthew was saying Jacob begat Joseph. That is, the father to Joseph is Jacob. When you go to the book of Luke, chapter 3, verse 23 says, Joseph being as was supposed, the son of Joseph, which was the son of Haley. So that means, is there a contradiction? So Luke says Joseph's father is Haley. So the problem is a two genealogy. That is, two genealogies, two different fathers for Joseph. Who is now correct? Jacob or Haley? So let's see the solution. Matthew gives Joseph's genealogy. The book of Matthew gives the genealogy of our Lord Jesus Christ. Luke, the book of Luke, don't forget Matthew, he wrote his book to the Jews so that they will be able to know that Jesus have legal access to the throne. So Luke gives genealogy of Mary. Mary also came from the genealogy of David. So the book of Matthew gave the genealogy, that is the lineage of Joseph. The book of Luke gave the lineage of Mary. So, and they also made at the top. So this is not the most widely accepted, strongest explanation. People don't make, most of the time they don't accept. Matthew, that is Joseph genealogy, that is legal role, that is have a royal right. It's a legal royal link, that is follows link kings of Israel. The book of Matthew follows the links of the books of Israel, the kings of Israel, shows Jesus legal right to the throne, to the David's throne. Likewise, descend from Solomon, David's royal son. Emphasis Jesus as king and Messiah. The book of Matthew made us to understand that Jesus have access to the throne because he was also the grandson of David. So traces Jacob to Joseph. Traces Jacob to Joseph. So likewise, when you read the book of Luke also Mary's genealogy, that is biblical bloodline. Mary, the mother of Jesus, have the biblical bloodline. Mary, that is, follows Mary's ancestors. Luke follows Mary's ancestors, shows Jesus is literally a descendant of David's bloodline. So he also, the book of Luke also descends from Nathan, another son of David. Also emphasizes Jesus as son of Mary. Joseph is listed as son of Eli because he was son-in-law of Eli. Joseph is listed as sons of Eli. Why? Because he was sons-in-law of Eli. So that's where he also listed, because he was the in-law to Eli. So he also son to Eli. So the meaning, Eli, Mary's father. That is Eli, Mary's father. Joseph is called son of Eli by marriage, not by biology. So for example, if you marry from a family, the father of your wife can say, you are my son. That's very simple analogy. The father to your wife, you are also a son to the father of your wife. Whereas your wife is also from a lineage that you came from, but different father. But at the top, they have the same lineage. So in Jewish culture, you need to understand that in Jewish culture, a son-in-law could be legally called the son of his father's wife. So evidence that Luke records Mary's line. Evidence that Luke records Mary's line. Luke unique wordings. You look at the uniqueness of the words of Luke. Joseph was supposed the son of Eli. So he says he was supposed, he wanted to marry. They are in courtship. Supposed to be the son of. So as was supposed indicate Jesus' birth was not biological through Joseph. This signals the genealogy that follows belongs to Mary's family, not Joseph. So there's no place that they contradicted each other. Every other name in the book of Luke's line does not match Matthew. Go and study very well. If Luke were listing Joseph's biological ancestor, then Joseph will have two fathers, Jacob and Eli. Go and study very well. If Luke, the book of Luke, were listing all the list of Joseph's biological ancestors, then Joseph will have two fathers, that is Jacob and Eli. Levi will be Joseph's grandfather, but Matthew says Matan. It's supposed to be Eli, but Matthew says Latin. So when you want to go get it, what the book of Luke is saying is that Joseph can also be called the son of the wife father, because he married from that place. So we can also say, my son. So that's what the book of Luke was saying. So however, the names from David to Joseph are completely different. This makes sense only if Luke is following a different person, Mary. Therefore, the Jewish custom, when you study the Jewish custom, a man could be recorded as the son of his father-in-law. It can be recorded as you marry, where you married from. Your father-in-law, you are also a son. Just like your wife is a daughter, you are also a son. Therefore, there were no male heirs. The inheritor passed through the daughters, or when preserving a family line, leverage principle. I think I've made myself clear by doing the foundation. So tomorrow, by the special grace of God, we'll be able to see the early church fathers confirm this. We'll be able to see one after the other how the early church fathers confirm this, one step after the other. So there's no contradiction. It's just that Joseph was supposed to marry Mary. And it says, Joseph also have a father, which is the father-in-law, Eli. But his father is Jacob. So tomorrow we continue to lay the foundation. To build on top of the foundation. God bless you. God be with you as you follow. Kindly put your comment down. And any place that you see that you think the Bible contradicts each other, please post it and for us to do exegesis. Shalom.